Interesting season for you and Lightning so far, but let's start with you. Scotland's World Cup qualifiers at the beginning of the season. Talk to us about that camp.
Yeah, it was a really exciting couple of weeks. We were out in Italy for 3 weeks. We played 3 games, and the winner of the 3 kind of round robin qualified outright to the World Cup, and whoever came second then qualified for the final repechage. We lost our first game to Italy in ridiculous heat, so that was a pretty hard start to the competition. But then we won our second and third games against Spain and Ireland in quite literally the last second of the game. So we finished second to qualify for the final repechage. So it was very exciting because we left it right up to the wire. But it was a brilliant performance by the whole squad, and it was a really enjoyable 3 weeks for us and gives us something to work towards next year.
Now, we've all seen the clip of what it meant to you and the team getting that win, having had such a tough start to the season. What was going through your mind in those final few minutes before and after the whistle?
Yeah, so we obviously made it pretty hard for ourselves. We were 21 points up at half-time, and then came out in the second half and let them kind of make up that lead that we had and go ahead of us with, I think we had 5 minutes left on the clock. So we got a penalty, kicked to the corner and scored a try with 3 minutes to go. So for those last 3 minutes, it was try and stay as calm as possible. Don't do anything silly that might result in them getting a penalty or anything like that. So we were just trying to drive that message on the pitch to just try and keep the ball and look after it. And then, yeah, I think we got a scrum just as time was kind of going dead, and yeah, we'd been winning penalties all game at the scrum, so we've just had to keep our process and stay calm and not get carried away with the time or anything like that. And luckily, again, we won the penalty and the clock went dead. So yeah, it was a tough game in terms of we played so well in the first half to then come out in the second half and not play as well as we would have liked, and let them really back into the game and look like they were going to win it. So I think, that roller coaster of emotion within the game, but also that roller coaster of emotion we've had throughout this season, just was kind of all those emotions came to light at the end of the game.
Sale Sharks on Saturday, they've had a similar start to the season, coming really close so often. Obviously, they beat you in the Allianz Cup, but how important is the momentum from the GLH win going to be?
Yeah, they've had a tough start to the season, and I think they're a squad who are building for sure. They've recruited really well this season, and they've had some really good performances. I think last week they played Wasps and held them to only a 7-point lead at half time. So, it shows how strong a team they are, particularly in defence. They're really physical, and they have a lot of kind of good decision makers in their backline, in the likes of Sarah Law, Lisa Thompson, but also speed in the likes of Lauren Delaney and Lisa Newman. So they're a team who can score tries, and they're a team that defends really well for long periods of play as well. So they're going to be a really tough opposition, which we are very aware of. And I think the momentum's going to be massive for us. We need to take confidence from what we did at the weekend, but we've also got to keep building and try and keep pushing forward. We want to compete with the best teams in the league, and for that to happen, we need to be winning week in, week out, not just 1 week on, 1 week off. So we'll be looking to keep building that momentum and just execute the way we did in the first 40 minutes and try and put in that 80-minute performance.